War of the Pyrenees, a border conflict in which the Spaniards had taken a drubbing. Added to this was the aforesaid pennant, which allowed Pearce to ignore instructions from superiors, up to and including admirals. Necessary, Dundas thought, given he would be sailing through the waters off Brittany. This was an area well policed by the Royal Navy, seeking to keep watch on the movements of the French fleet and their main naval base of Brest. The pennant would avoid anyone interfering with the mission or demanding to know what orders they had, which would reveal Dundas's involvement. Ordinarily nothing to be concerned about. The cargo of silver, valued in excess of £200,000, which the actions of the two naval officers had secured, changed the perception of the mission. "Has a decision been made about the silver?" Dundas shook his head. "Not a decision, but certainly a lot of opinions are being aired about how it should be dealt with. One doing the asking is the Lord Chancellor, who is very unhappy at the notion the Santa Leocadia being declared a prize. He pushing to have it and its cargo declared as droit of the Crown." "And what does that mean?" asked Oliphant, adding in response to a raised eyebrow, "I have a stake in the prize money. Not very much of one, I grant you, but still a worthwhile sum. For the crew, of which I'm assuming you are put down as being part of, it means nothing will come their way. Both ships' captains will get a reward, but it will be to the tune of a couple of thousand guineas each, instead of the customary 3/8 of the total value." "That's robbery!" Dundas smiled wolfishly. "Some say it's what we in government do." "Can you not stop it?" Oliphant protested. "I would refrain from doing so on your behalf, or for that matter of Pearce. You don't go lightly up against the government's top law officer. But I suspect some of my fellow cabinet members will use the case to try and wheedle out what you two are doing gadding about off the coast of our unreliable Spanish ally." Oliphant was not tempted to wonder at these kinds of inquiries. Dundas was, by a mile, the most devious politician in the Tory cabinet, a man who shared his secrets only with the Prime Minister, William Pitt. And then there was some doubts he was fully open. He also carried the reputation of being the most unprincipled member of the government, using his position to promote his adherents. Thanks to powers given to him by Pitt, he had the authority to grant sinecures to those who would support him, while employing his wiles to bring down or deny the same to his and the government's political opponents. Since no available post went without a number of competing interests, who would not want a job carrying a government stipend but no actual work or responsibility, he had no difficulty in making enemies. When it came to personal enrichment, of which he was regularly accused, this could rarely be done without someone else suffering deprivation. Another reason for any number of people to hate and damn him. There was, Dundas claimed in his more reflective moments, a whole industry intent on bringing him down. "Given the way Spain has behaved, could you not just tell them?" Oliphant got a jaundiced look then, even if he had a valid point. Manuel Godoy, the treacherous First Minister of Spain and no lover of Britannia, was responsible for the secret treaty with the French. But with matters not going well in Italy and on the Rhine, the loss of Spain and its navy was a serious blow, while its army was now free to attack and besiege Gibraltar, increasing pressure on an overstretched Royal Navy. "Tell my colleagues I used money from the secret fund to spy on an ally?" Dundas mused. "Would it not lead them to wonder how much I employed to spy on them?" "Godoy gave you good grounds for suspicion. You're right. I can justify being mistrustful of Spain, but what you do not see is the dangers of being frank in this. It's bound to set in motion inquiries into all the other places where I've used government funds to ensure the country is not at the mercy of unforeseen developments. To account for all the sums employed on clandestine business would be impossible. Or, Samuel Oliphant surmised, money you might have used to bribe people, as well as all the places where you used the power you hold to shore up party advantage.